下不能随便进来了，因为这东西都要分了。我们肯定不能随便进来。
但是有的你可以先得准备好吧，你像这个戒衣啊。
是戒衣现在就要穿了。
对呀。
哎呀，我今天也是，其实一点都不冷。
看到那个教授师啊？
啊？
教授师。
为什么？见到他没见到？什么意思啊？
我是要把那个证书就先给你的证书，那个我还多给我2个，另外2个法师。
不是给我了吗？
我昨天还没给你呀，给你。
你给我了？
我当然给你了。
啊。
那另外我小姐妹多出2份。
还有2份啊？
有的时候把这个带走。
哎，看来这衣服还是得摆在这儿，没地方摆呀，对吧？但是签书的时候才用嘛。
不是，你要签书吗？
我当然要签书。
那签书也要，还有摸顶也要。
哦，摸顶，对啊，对啊，那是肯定的了。
我没有签书了。
我要签书，你不签啊？
不签，因为我回台湾买。
哦。
因为不签了，因为我家里很多师尊签书的。
啊。一个人只能签1本。
师尊太忙了，不要为了1本书让他排队排那么长。
对，这个倒是。
应该这个可以背着背来回去吧。
哦，就这个位置，就是这个地方。你干嘛呢？跟你说话，太烦了，你说什么动作嘛？
可以点啊。
这个干什么？大家都在吵。
不知道哪里错了。
干嘛要跟我说话？
我又没有跟你。
你说你这种动作，我还太不礼貌了。
是说这样是。
要不穿？刚才应该问一下这个在这儿。我们那天说刚我们拔上去的时候错了。啊，那个子上，他说他是差点要给我们不及格，打的那个不合适。后面有折的吗？可以。对。哦，这有点奇怪啊。不是因为好像怎么会那里一路的约着呢？你这里，你说这个地方为什么抛着呢？本来你的衣服长啊。啊，不要大字。哦，你买大了。
都是 OK 是吧？
对，这样好点。对呀，还不穿，都已经多少时间了？
里面这个应该不需要穿吧？
不要穿，穿那个穿件衣不好看，人家不允许。
已经标在这边了，
那
要结束了。
原子说法就说了，不能这样穿件衣。你要穿你可以，你把那些放在里面去。你会冷，因为你感冒了。我们到时候
我冷热说的。
怎么还没有穿？
等你了。
啊，还要等，穿件衣还要等吗？
那个谁还没有来？人家法师还没有来。
你的建议都合格吗？
我没有那个要扣这张，那个证书要给他。
再给知道了。
西雅图雷藏寺每年冬天都会发起冬季送暖爱心慈善活动，最主要的目的是集资善款，购买御寒衣物及食物等各项所需的物资，帮助穷苦的孩童与无家可归的游民们能够平安温暖地度过寒冷的冬天。师尊也经常教导我们要学习自他互换，心中常存人饥己饥、人溺己溺的慈悲心。欢迎大家踊跃赞助冬季送暖爱心慈善活动，帮助贫困众生能离苦得乐、平安健康、功德无量。阿弥陀佛。
Good evening, everyone. Every winter, Seattle Temple launches a winter warm donation charity events. The primary goal is to raise funds to buy essential supplies, such as warm clothes and food, to help the homeless family to stay safe and warm through the cold winter months. Grandmaster often teaches us to practice self and others interchange, cultivating compassion by feeling others' suffering as our own. We welcome everyone to generously support the Winter Warm Donation charity events to help those in need to find relief, peace, and good health. May the merits be boundless.
西雅图雷藏寺每年冬天都会发起冬季送暖的爱心慈善活动，最主要的目的是集资善款，购买御寒衣物及食物等各项所需的物资，帮助穷苦的孩童与无家可归的游民们能够平安温暖地度过寒冷的冬天。师尊也经常教导我们要学习自他互换，心中常存人饥己饥、人溺己溺的慈悲心。欢迎大家踊跃赞助冬季送暖的爱心慈善活动，帮助穷困的众生能够离苦得乐、平安健康、功德无量。阿弥陀佛。
Every winter, Seattle Temple launches a winter warm donation charity events. The primary goal is to raise funds to buy essential supplies such as warm clothes and food to help the homeless family to stay safe and warm through the winter months. Grandmaster often teaches us to practice self and others interchange, cultivating compassion by feeling others' suffering as our own. We welcome everyone to generously support the Winter Warm Donation charity events to help those in need to find relief, peace, and good health. May the merits be boundless.
请大家先将手机关机，法会即将开始。 真佛宗美国西雅图雷藏寺同修莲花童子本尊
Seattle Temple
为大众虔诚恭敬和的恭迎
at the True Buddha School Head Temple in Redmond, Washington. Our Lineage Root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng, will be conducting the group practice of Padmakumara. Let us all rise, join our palms, and recite the Root Guru mantra.
大家一起问候师尊师母好。
莲湖啊，童子见金身，落花虚空作有声。微妙天音云外听，经说极乐上诸天。
顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽。观想顶礼，回天心散应；二拜诸菩萨，嗡啊吽；观想顶礼，回天心散应；三拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽；观想顶礼，回天心散应，是平等一起手。恭请真佛宗创办人法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。
We welcome our lineage root guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng, to enter into the temple hall and ascend to the Dharma throne. We are inviting Simu Grandmaster Lian Sheng to please take the seat. And we are also inviting the elders, Rinpoches, masters to please take the seats. All the venerables, participants and guests of honors to please be seated.
欢迎今晚莅临的贵宾廖东洲大使夫人 Judy 师姐。
We would like to welcome the Madam of Ambassador Liao, Dharma Sister
欢迎第
Judy.
一次来到祖庙或是很久没有来参加同修的同门。
We are also inviting any of you who's here for the first time or have not been here for a very long time, to please rise and introduce yourself. You may say your name and where you came from.
师尊好，我是莲花玉山从洛杉矶来的。我是3个月前刚刚皈依，已经有熊师姐还有黎兆丽的这个。
I came from California and took refuge 3 months ago, being introduced by Grace and Miss Lee. Grandmaster gave us very precious teaching. And my first time here to join the group practice, and I hope I have more opportunity in the futures. My name is Li Xiaoli. During the grand ceremony, I also brought my colleague here. And it's been a few months. And this time we came for consultation. My aunt told me to chant Guru Mantra 1,080 times. And I closed my eyes. I saw the image of Grandmaster and many little angels with the horns. And I saw 2 lines of little angels and more of them. And Grandmaster's image. And then in the sky, I think they must be dakinis flying in circle. And the white robe of Kuan Yin with the willow branch sprinkling water, and I paid homage. Very pleased to be here to attend the group practice. We came from Washington, D.C., from the True Buddha Maryland Temple. Very pleased to be here to pay respect to Grandmaster. And we wish Grandmaster health and longevity.
边还有同门要做自我介绍的吗？没有的话，我们换湖边有没有同门要做自我介绍
？Anybody else? I came from California. It's been so long since I came. And this is my daughter. I accompany my mom here. We came from California, very pleased to bring my family here to attend the group practice in Seattle.
还有同门要做自我介绍的吗？也让我们欢迎，还有一位同门要做自我介绍。
師尊、師母，大家好。上師、法師同大家好啊！我係來自溫哥華蓮花慧儀。我好耐都冇嚟到呢度。
Came from Vancouver.
今日有機會咧，翻到嚟呢度咧，同師尊一齊同修參加呢個法會， 好開心，多謝大家。
歡迎。也讓我們歡迎來自世界各地的各級弘法人員和同門上師大德一起前來參加共修。
For your participation in this group practice.
同修莲花童子本尊法開始。
The group practice this evening is Padmakumara. Visualize the Buddha lineage. Namo Vairukana Buddha. Namo Buddha Lokana. Namo Amitabha Buddha. Namo Padmakumara. Namo Living Buddha Lian Sheng. Visualize Grandmaster and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas sitting on top of our heads, radiating light to bless us. Recite Padmakumara mantra 7 times.
Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hong. 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 坐是无量观，观想
Perform the visualization of the 4 immeasurables. To our left, our father and relatives and ancestors from the father's side. To our right, our mother and from the mother's side. Behind us, friends, teachers, and benefactors. In front of us, enemies and karmic creditors. All sentient beings around us, together practicing tantric dharma and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. Clap twice and snap your fingers to awaken the deities. Recite purification mantras and the deity mantra.
Om Shudori Shudori Shumori Shumori Soha. Om Vajrata He He Hong. Namo Samanto Motonan Om Turu Turu Dewe Soha.
Recite invocation mantra.
Hong Soha. Om Hong Soha. Om Hong Soha.
We sincerely invoke the Holy Red Crown Vajra Master, Living Buddha Lian Sheng. Namo the Holy Red Crown Vajra Master, Living Buddha Lian Sheng. Namo the Holy Red Crown Vajra Master, Living Buddha Lian Sheng. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. The main deity of the group practice, Namo Padmakumara. Namo Vairukana Buddha at the center. Namo Akshobhya Buddha to the east. Namo Amitabha Buddha to the west. Namo Ratnasambha Buddha to the south. Namo Amukasiddhi Buddha to the north. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha. Namo Medicine Buddha. Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Jade Palm. Namo Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva. Namo Padmakumara. Namo Avalokiteswara Bodhisattva. Namo Manjusri Bodhisattva. Namo Maitreya Bodhisattva. Namo Vajrasattva. Namo Kuru Padmasambhava. Namo Jundi Buddha Mother, all Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, all Buddhas of the 3 types in the 10 directions, all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas. Namo Mahaprajna Paramita. Great homages and visualization for Student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, Lili Samudra, second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for prostration on the ground, Lili Samudra, third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for prostration on the ground, Lili Samudra, fourth equality to all. Great mandala offering. From the offering mudra, visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole cosmic space. Make the offering above to the lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, the main deity of the group practice, Padmakumara, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mon Meru, four continents and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and merits purge our karma to all of our civilization. Fourfold refuge. Visualize our lineage root guru, all the lineage gurus, Buddha jewel, Dharma jewel, and Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. Recite the mantra.
Namo Guru Bei, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankyaye, Namo Guru Bei, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankyaye, Namo Guru Bei, Namo Buddhaye, Namo Dhammaye, Namo Sankyaye.
Armor protection, form Vajraklapsa mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Recite Hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. Invocation of the 8 great Bodhisattvas. Namo Avalokitesvara Mahasattva, Namo Maitreya Mahasattva, Namo Akasagarbha Mahasattva, Namo Samantabhadra Mahasattva, Namo Vajrapani Mahasattva, Namo Manjushri Mahasattva, Namo Viskambin Mahasattva, Namo Siddhigarbha Mahasattva, Namo all Bodhisattvas and Mahasattvas. Homage to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya. When affinity with the Pure Land opens the Dharma doors, the true self is permanent, blissful and pure and blessed with the Buddhadharma. Namo Mahaprasya Paramita, great wisdom mantra. Namo Mahaprasya Paramita, great spiritual mantra. Namo Mahaprasya Paramita, supreme mantra. Namo Mahaprasya Paramita, unequaled mantra. Namo, the pure light secret Buddha, Dharma treasury Buddha, tranquil King Buddha, with lion's roar and divine speed, the Sumayat light King Buddha, announced by Buddha, Dharma protective Buddha, Vajra treasury roaming lion Buddha, precious victory Buddha, supernatural power of Buddha, the medicine Lapis Lazuli light King Buddha, universal white merit mountain King Buddha, merit retaining jewel King Buddha, 7 past Buddhas, future 1,000 Buddhas of this fortune eon, 1,500 Buddhas, 15,000 Buddhas, 500 flower victory Buddhas, billion Vajra treasuries Buddhas, and the fixed light Buddha. The Buddhas of 6 directions, to the east the precious light moon palace, venerable wonderful voice King Buddha, to the south the tree root flower King Buddha, to the west the spiritual power flower blazing King Buddha, to the north the moon palace purity Buddha, above the countless Vega jewel crown Buddhas, below the tranquil moon sun King Buddha, all the countless Buddhas, many jewels Buddha, Sakyamuni Buddha, Maitreya Buddha, Sakshobhya Buddha, Amitabha Buddha, all beings in the central world and those in the Buddha verses while moving upon the earth and through the heavens, shower limitless compassion upon all living beings, affording them stability and peace that they might cultivate day and night. By constantly evoking this sutra, one is liberated from the suffering of birth and death and freed from all kinds of poisons and harms. Namo, the great wisdom Avalokitesvara, the observer Avalokitesvara, the noble Avalokitesvara, the expansively minded Avalokitesvara, the medicine King Bodhisattva, medicine Lord Bodhisattva, Manjushri Bodhisattva, Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, Akasagarbha Bodhisattva, Siddhigarbha Bodhisattva, the billions of clear cool treasure mountain Bodhisattvas, the universal right venerable King Tathagata Bodhisattva, chanting the sutra continually, the 7 world honors proclaim this mantra.
Pirinite mohogyade, Chenlingchende soha, Lipo kyuho kyuhote, Toronite niharate, Pirinite mohogyade, Chenlingchende soha, Lipo kyuho kyuhote, 陀罗尼得尼哈罗得毗梨尼得摩诃迦得嗔宁权得娑哈离婆得 Q 呵 Q 呵得陀罗尼得尼哈罗得毗梨尼得摩诃迦得嗔宁权得娑哈离婆得 Q 呵 Q 呵得陀罗尼得尼哈罗得毗梨尼得摩诃迦得嗔宁权得娑哈离婆得 Q 呵 Q 呵得陀罗尼得尼哈罗得毗梨尼得摩诃迦得嗔宁权得娑哈十方观世音一切诸菩萨十愿九众生
Lord, this right in the 10 directions, and all Bodhisattvas vow to save sentient beings, calling upon their names and laws for liberation. The wise ones expounded diligently, and those with affinity constantly recite it. With the 1,000 recitations and constant mindfulness of it, fire causes no harm, nerves and weapons break instantly, anger turns into joy, and death revives. Never be doubtful, for the Buddhas always speak the truth. Hiking Avalokitesvara alleviates all sufferings. Faced with the fatal crisis, the doomed shall live. The words of the Buddhas are always true, thus they deserve our homage. With the 1,000 recitations, grave karma shall be eradicated. Those with great merit and unwavering faith single-mindedly chant this sutra and dedicate its merit to all. 1,000 recitations will eradicate grave karma. This concludes the hiking Avalokitesvara Sutra. Deliverance mantra 3 times.
Namo Amitopoye, Toda Kyatoye, Totieta, Amirito Popi, Amirito Sutan Popi, Amirito Pikyarante, Amirito Pikyaranto, Kyamini Kyakyana, Tsuto Kyari Soha, Namo Amitopoye, Toda Kyatoye, Totieta, Amirito Popi, Amirito Sutan Popi, Amirito Pikyarante, Amirito Pikyaranto, Kyamini Kyakyana, Tsuto Kyari Soha. 手结大白莲花童子手印
Form Padmakumara Mudra. First empty your mind.
念观空咒
Recite the mantra.
Om Subhava Sutta Sarva Dharma Subhava Sutto Ham Om Subhava Sutta Sarva Dharma Subhava Sutto Ham Om Subhava Sutta Sarva Dharma Subhava Sutto Ham
观想一个湖
Visualize a mirror-like lake with a tall mountain at its center, on top of which is a lotus throne with the Hum syllable on it. The Hum syllable revolves and transforms into our lineage root guru, the white Maha Padmakumara, seated on the lotus throne. Maha White Padmakumara. White Maha Padmakumara appears magnificent and perfect like a Buddha, with his celestial garments fluttering in the wind and his body radiating 100 precious lights. To his right are all past Buddhas of the 10 directions. To his left are all the Bodhisattvas, sages, and lineage gurus, surrounding him layer upon layer. Below his Dharma throne are the 4 heavenly kings, Vajra and Dharma protectors. Visualize an Om syllable at the Guru's third brow point, radiating a bright ray of white light upon our brow point. This is the light of the perfect mirror-like wisdom, transforming our 5 skandhas and the 8th consciousness into nothingness. On the Guru's throat chakra is an Ah syllable, radiating bright red light upon our throat chakra, transforming our desires and greed into nothingness, becoming the brightness of the great wisdom. On the Guru's heart chakra is a blue home syllable, radiating bright blue light upon our heart chakra, subduing our delusions and transforming them into nothingness. Visualize our lineage Guru and the three jewels radiating light upon our whole body, and our karma transgressions and illnesses and obstructions are all completely eradicated and expelled through the skin pores, evaporating in thin air. Our whole body becomes crystal clear, transparent, and radiant. Then visualize the Padmakumara residing at the crown of our head. The lotus flower at our heart chakra blooms with the mundus and the six-syllable home at the center. The six-syllable radiating light. Visualize Mahapadmakumara on top of our head, transforming into a drop of light the size of a grain of rice, descending through the central channel and settling on the lotus flower atop our heart chakra. Padmakumara on our heart chakra gradually enlarges to become exactly the same size as our body. We visualize we are exactly the same as the Yidam, completely identical and inseparable. Recite Padmakumara mantra 108 times. First perform mala visualization.
Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. 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 Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom.
Om Guru Lian
Sheng Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Lian Sheng Siddhi Hom. Om Guru Lian Shen Siddhi Hum. 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 做9节或分如
Perform 9 cycle Buddha breathing, enter Samadhi. Recite the heart mantras of eight principal deities in Game Buddha-amida.
Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Panamo Linto Ling Soha. Om Ha 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 Wei Samo Ye Soha. Om Chali Chuli Chunti Soha. Om Tsambala Chanan Chana Ye Soha. Om A Hong Bei Za Guru Bei Ma Siddhi Hong Xie. Om A Hong Guru Bei A He Sasamaha Lien Shen Siddhi Hong. Deya Ta Om Bei Ka Ziya Bei Ka Ziya Maha Bei Ka Ziya Laja Samo Kya Te Hei Soha. 南无36万亿119,500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿119,500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿119,500同名同号阿弥陀佛。
Recite the supplication to the Guru Buddha to stay in samsara. I pay homage and supplicate His Holiness the virtuous and novice Tantrika, all Buddhas in the Buddha verses as numerous as grains of sand, compassionate Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, and Dakinis, the protectors of Dharma. The three poisons are proliferating endlessly. Our body and soul are stricken, tumbling in the misery of perpetual rebirth. We get compassion, His Holiness descended upon this world to salvage deluded ones. The three jewels emanate wondrous light to provide refuge for all. All fortunate beings, humans and devas, rely on His Vajra body for the bestowal of teachings, vows, precepts, empowerments, and attainments. We disciples of the Buddha pray that you stay in samsara to turn the Dhamma wheel to benefit and give happiness to multitudes of sentient beings. Recite the longevity Buddha mantra 21 times and dedicate the merit to the health and longevity of Grandmaster Lu.
Om Amarani Juandiye Soha. 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 Om Amarani Juandiye Soha.
回向，恭持脸
Merit dedication. With reverence, I practice the root Guru Yoga of living Buddha Lian Sheng, the lineage of True Buddha school, to salvage sentient beings. One mantra delivers to the Mahatwin lotus ponds, where 18 lotuses manifested. Such a supreme and very secret transmission, I now practice and make a universal offering. By engendering a deep and sincere vow, may I soon ascend to this Buddha verse. May our holy lineage root Guru bless and empower us to attain a lotus rebirth. May I attain vastness, perfection, and self-mastery to liberate self and others to this pure Buddha verse. May all uphold the Buddha ascend the wrong utmost place, repaying for charges revolved by aiding those necessary realms below. Upon seeing the Buddha, may we transcend life and death like the Buddha, may we liberate all. True Buddha school disciples pray to our practice deity Padmakumara and all 18 Padmakumaras of the Mahatwin Lotus Pond to always protect our lineage root Guru with abundant vitality, a healthy life, longevity, constant joy, boundless freedom, wealth, prosperity, and love. May the true Buddha stay in samsara to save and deliver sentient beings, to dwell freely in the ocean of the Tathagata, inviting His Holiness to perform the overall merit dedication. Wholeheartedly we pay homage. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Padmakumara. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Padmakumara. Wholeheartedly we pay homage to Padmakumara. We pray that you radiate light and guide the spirits to be reborn into the pure Buddha verses. We pray that you bless all of us with good health, endowed with sufficient resources and perfect wisdom, and have attainments in our spiritual cultivation. We pray that you bless us with purification, enrichment, subjugation, magnetization, to widely help sentient beings. Homage to Padmakumara, the Yitam, and gods in heavens, gods on earth, may be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us. Let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our prayers be granted. We pray that you bless us so the pandemic disappear, viruses disperse, calamities due to wars and weaponries disperse, natural disasters disperse. May all adverse affinities disperse, bad thoughts disappear. We say 100 super mantra 3 times.
Anurato me pawa, sarva siddhi me parayaja, sarva karma sutta me citamu, sariran guru hum, ha 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 he pakawan sawa, tata tata pejama me menja peja pawa, maha samaya sato ahum pei, om peja sato samaya manuparaya, peja sato tenu pateja jajo me pawa, suto kayo me pawa, supo kayo me pawa, anurato me pawa, sarva siddhi me parayaja, sarva karma sutta me citamu, sariran guru hum, ha 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 he pakawan sawa, tata tata pejama me menja peja pawa, maha samaya sato ahum pei, om peja sato samaya manuparaya, peja sato tenu pateja jajo me pawa, suto kayo me pawa, supo kayo me pawa, anurato me pawa, sarva siddhi me parayaja, sarva karma sutta me citamu, sariran guru hum, ha 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 he pakawan sawa, tata tata pejama me menja peja pawa, maha samaya sato ahum pei. 观想大礼拜。
Create homage using visualization for student guru and all Buddhas.
啊，吽
Visualize for prostitution on the ground, Lily Samudra. Second, all bodhisattvas. Visualize for prostitution on the ground, Lily Samudra. Third, to all Herukas and Dharma protectors. Visualize for prostitution on the ground, Lily Samudra. Fourth, equality to all. Recite completion mantra. Let's give the great round of applause to show our utmost gratitude to our lineage root guru for his blessing to this group practice. Grandmaster's latest book, book 302, is now available. Now let's watch the video first, introducing the book. In the time of the Buddha, there was a renowned physician named Jivaka in the kingdom of Magadha. When he was young to study medicine, traveled far and wide for esteemed teachers, and spent 7 years learning from one. Near the end of his studies, the teacher assigned all students to find an herb without medicinal properties as a test. The students went all over the mountains to search, and nearly all of them returned with an herb with no medicinal value. The teacher, however, said nothing in response. When Jivaka returned empty-handed, the teacher asked, "Why did you come back empty-handed?" Jivaka replied, "Teacher, I searched every plant in the mountains and found that each one had its own medicinal effects, so I could not find a single plant without medicinal properties." Well done, well done. Indeed, you are truly a worthy disciple. Thus, Jivaka passed the test. Due to his unique insight into medicine, he became a famous physician of his time in India, comparable to Huatuo of ancient China. Living Buddha Lian Sheng's 302nd book begins with this story, illustrating to readers that seemingly ordinary sentences, like every single plant, have their own unique significance and function. It depends on whether one has the insight to analyze and discover that they are as bright as shining pearls. Continuing with Jivaka's story, due to his exceptional medical skill, he became a well-known doctor in Rajagriha. Having taken refuge in Buddhism and developed a deep understanding of its teaching, he not only healed countless people but also encouraged them to embrace the true Dharma. For his virtuous deeds, he naturally received a good rebirth and was born in the Triadvimsa heaven. One day, Moggallana, one of the Buddha's 10 great disciples, had a disciple who had fallen ill, but no earthly doctor could cure him. So Moggallana used his transcendent power to astral travel to the Triadvimsa heaven to seek Jivaka's advice. At that time, all the celestial beings were driving their chariots to the Garden of Delight to attend a grand celebration, paying no attention to Moggallana, who stood waiting by the roadside. When Jivaka's chariot arrived, he slightly raised his hand in a casual greeting, intending to continue on his way. Moggallana, taken aback, thinking, "Strange, this Jivaka was once a disciple of the Buddha and always showed me great respect when he was alive. Now, enjoying heavenly pleasures, has he lost his original character?" Using his powers, Vimalakirti stopped Jivaka's chariot and reprimanded him. Why didn't you get down and show respect when you saw me? Oh, I raised my hand as a greeting. Everyone is rushing to enjoy the celebration. Look at the other celestial beings. No one, not even one, acknowledge you. I am already better than the rest. Reflecting on Jivaka's change after ascending to heavens, what insights do you gain? As a healer in the human realms, Jivaka's service earned him a rebirth in heaven, and this is the law of the cause and effect. Though cultivating good deeds and accumulating blessings may lead to heavenly pleasures, but if one does not continue to cultivate and perform good deeds, such pleasure is limited. The suffering that follows is the karmic consequence its being brings upon themselves, leading to the cycle of rebirth. Within the 6 realms, heaven and hell, cause and effect, one oscillates and cycles through fortune and misfortune. Since the Buddha taught that human birth is hard to attain, how should we conduct ourselves? The Buddha Lian Sheng teaches, the most important thing is to cultivate. Only through spiritual cultivation can you avoid the cycle of rebirth. As for how to cultivate, let the new book guide you. Look forward to the global release on November 9th, 2024 of Living Buddha Lian Sheng, Sheng-yen Lu's 302nd book, Shining Golden Words, Discovering Hidden Gems. This book, which not only purifies the mind but also blesses one's spiritual practice, is the Dharma King's creation, plowing the field of the mind through writing. Open its pages, read attentively, delve deeply, and you may find the Pure Land within. As we approach the year's end to welcome the new year, Vimalakirti is pleased to present Living Buddha Lian Sheng's Shining Golden Words Blessing Scroll. Wishing everyone auspicious during the day and the night, abundance year after year, and wealth, peace, and health. With the book's release, may your reading be fruitful. After the good practice this evening, we would like to invite Grandmaster to do book signing. And now we are inviting the 38th class of the Sangha graduation ritual, and we're inviting the members to please come forward. Please pay homage to the lineage Guru, First Root Guru, and all Buddhas. Fourth equality to inviting our lineage Guru, Living Buddha Lian Sheng, to bestow the graduation certificate. Now for a photo session.
请法师顶礼根本传承上师。
Now please pay homage to the lineage root guru and the three jewels of the altar.
一拜根本传承上师几十方三世一界诸佛。Om Ah Hum。平等一举手。
Fourth equality to
请
all.
法师回座。
Now please return to
让
the
我们以
seats.
最热烈的掌声恭喜法师们，也祝福法师们修行有成，何谈如来家业，广度众生，一切吉祥圆满。
请法敬献哈达，请大家恭敬合掌。
Now the offering of Hatha. We are inviting Master Lian Sheng to present the offering of Hatha to the lineage root guru as a symbol of the highest honor on behalf of all of us. 请大家虔诚合掌，一心恭请法王。 Now let's join our palms with reverence, and together we are inviting His Holiness to bestow the precious Dharma teachings. First, let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakyamuni. Homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Dubden Darshi. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of the group practice this evening, Padmakumara. Sumu, Tanzan Gato, Dubden Siddhi, Dubden Kama, all Dharma masters, Dharma lecturers, Dharma teachers, Dharma instructors, Dharma tutors, temple and center directors, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, how do you do?
I stay. Hola amigo. Te quiero mucho. Sukoyin. Ichiba. Kimochi ii. Jumi. Yapi. Pudding pudding. Konbanwa.
Today, we had the graduation ritual for their training for the ordained Sangha training. As a Dharma teacher, you should have Dharma in order to be a teacher. A Dharma teacher is not that by shaving your head you become a Dharma teacher. You have to have the responsibility of a Dharma teacher or referent. Most importantly, you have to deliver yourself and deliver others. Until you perfect yourself and others, that you would be called a siddha, that you have attainment only after you have delivered yourself and others. So for a Dharma teacher, they must have many things to learn. Although they have learned them and graduate, but those are just the fundamentals. Most importantly, you need to delve into the profundity of the sutras and the Tripitaka. So only by mastering the Tripitaka would you be called the Dharma teacher of Tripitaka. And the Tripitaka includes sutras, vinayas or precepts, and sastras, the three baskets. Sutras, vinayas, and sastras. Sutras are the Dharma or the teachings spoken by the Buddha. Vinaya is the precepts for all the monks and the nuns, bhikshus and bhikshunis. So the precepts include the precepts for the sami, the novice, for the bhikshus, and for the bhikshunis. And the sastras are the treatises or the commentaries by all the past gurus with attainments or mahasiddhas. So these three baskets we call the Tripitaka, and only by mastering these three you would be a true Dharma teacher, not just by shaving your head and sleep and eat. But any Dharma teacher, any person needs to sleep and eat. Even eating and sleeping are also Buddhadharma. From now on, everything is Buddhadharma. I have said eating means making offering, bardo delivering. Wearing clothes is doing protection. It's maintaining the precepts. Reciting is meditating, doing samadhi, and traveling is chanting the Buddha's name or chanting the sutras. So eating, wearing, reciting, and traveling they are all Buddhadharma. None of the daily activities is not Buddhadharma. So once you become a ordained Sangha, you would know how to cultivate spiritually. Just now I said only spiritual cultivation can lead you to the liberation from transmigration in the rebirth cycle. It doesn't matter which rebirth realm you are in, all the same you need to deliver yourself and others. All the same, you need to liberate yourself and also deliver others. You need to enlighten yourself and also enlighten others. You need to witness your Buddha nature and teach others to witness Buddha nature. Only until you reach the perfection of realization and conduct would you be Namo Buddhaya. So this is because the Dharma teachers celebrating their graduation, but that's only the beginning. Now we'll do the Q&A. A question from Malaysia, Lian Sheng. Grandmaster and Simu, peace. When an expecting mother attends a ceremony and receives an empowerment, does the life in her womb also receive the empowerment? Does it mean that the child can practice the Dharma without receiving empowerment in the future? The question that he asks, it's beyond my imagination. As she's pregnant and then she's receiving an empowerment, so is the fetus inside the womb receives empowerment and then in the future can just perform the practice? Namo Amitofo. It's difficult to answer. You say, there's a baby inside the womb and she receives an empowerment, so does it mean that the baby also receives an empowerment? Anybody wants to say your opinion? I think this name seems to indicate a man. No, in Indonesia. No, Malaysia. Lian From Malaysia. It must be from a man. Can a man be pregnant? He's asking about pregnant woman. Anybody smart? Smartest one, please give an answer. And nobody's smartest in Buddha school? I am very dumb. As you know, maybe I'm very stupid. My schooling in elementary school. Famous to be the last. I don't know how to answer. Let me ask the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The answer was outside my expectation. The answer. If the child when they are inside the mother's womb already have spiritual feeling, then they have received the empowerment. But if the fetus do not have any spiritual feeling, then it's the same as not receiving the empowerment. They are examples. Back then, Sakyamuni Buddha's queen, Sakyamuni Buddha had become a monk, and then his concubine, Yasudhara, because Sakyamuni Buddha used the horse whip pointing to the abdomen of Yasodhara, she became pregnant. And after she got married, she got pregnant, of course, the Prince Siddhartha's father did not believe that. So the king prepared a fire to burn her, but the child inside her womb had spiritual awareness, who later became Rahula, is one of the 10 great disciples of the Buddha, the one with the most secret practices. So he had the spiritual awareness already, and he knew that he was about to be burned because he had a great, strong spiritual root to be a disciple of the Buddha. So he chanted a secret mantra. So inside the womb, he already knew how to chant the mantra. By chanting that mantra, the fire pit became a lotus pond, white lotus pond. So the baby inside her womb saved Yasodhara's life. So it depends on the child inside the womb. If they have spiritual awareness and spiritual capacity, then they would receive the empowerment. So there are two answers. For those without spiritual awareness, then of course they don't receive the empowerment. But those with spiritual awareness, they receive the empowerment. Do you understand? That's right. In the future, if I were to be reincarnated, it's coming again. Come again to the Saha world, because Grandmaster is already 80 this year, according to Taiwanese calendar. And it's also according to American calendar as well. And many disciples said, Grandmaster, you come to my womb, okay? I will take good care of you. So after I pass, we hook our pinkies, and she wanted to be my mother. A disciple from California, she wanted to be my mother. When I'm pregnant, you need to come into my womb, and I want to be your mother, taking good care of you. And some other people from mainland China who also said that. And I'm still considering. Because they can choose on their own where they want to be born. Those with a true spiritual awareness can. Like Sakyamuni Buddha, he chose his own mother. His mother dreamed of the six-tusked white elephant entering into her womb. That's Lady Maya. So, before giving birth, she dreamt of the six-tusked white elephant entering into her womb. So that showed that the baby had spiritual awareness. according to what they said, when Sakyamuni Buddha was born, immediately he could have one hand pointing to the sky, another hand pointing to the earth. That in heavens and on earth, I'm the only one. He could do that right away. And then after each of his steps, there was a lotus blossom. So he had spiritual awareness. When I was born, it was almost like the Naja, the prince, the third prince Naja. See, when the mother gave birth to him, it was a ball. It's a meatball, like a meat egg. And then when you open the meat ball, there was the baby popping out, and that's the third prince Naja. That's in the legend of the gods. When I was born, I was unique because I was enshrouded by white like silk thread. So the midwife felt that at that time they used sesame oil to take off that white thread. So there's always something unique or something different. So what's unique about Grandmaster is to be enshrouded that by white thread or fabric. So like Mother Mary giving birth to Jesus, there were 3 kings from the Persia who saw the star pointing to Bethlehem, and the 3 kings rode on the camels to follow the star and found Jesus. And Marie and her partner, that was before marriage, so they had not shared a bed. So Virgin Mary. So that's why Jesus' father also felt that Jesus was not his son. The same with my father. When I was born, that was 7 months after my parents got married. And my mother said I was premature, but my father said no such a thing. And I'm dead. That I live a suffering day, suffering life. I have told you, and I was given to my grandma because my father did not want to accept that I was his son. So I was taken care by my grandmother until she died, and then my aunt took care of me. And when my aunt was about to get married, there was no other ways, and so she took me home. And that's how it was after that. So I don't know who's my real father. Because my father never recognized me. So that was quite pitiful. I was mistreated when in childhood. The other day, my yidam told me that your father now has gone to Sukhavati because I Bardu delivered my family and relatives first, and I Bardu delivered them all. The father who raised me, I also Bardu delivered him. And there was one who came to me, was my brother-in-law of my elder sister by the family named Shi. You have Bardu delivered so many of them, but I was kindest to you when you were little. Why didn't you Bardu deliver me? And then so finally I Bardu delivered him, the family named Shi, the husband of my elder sister. Because in my childhood there were two people who took best care of me, my elder sister by the name of Lu Aiz, and my aunt Wang Xuehua. She took care greatly of these two people were my benefactors. So my elder sister's husband came to me wanting to be Bardu delivered, so I did. Those were all of the past. There were always history in life, right? But not enough for outsiders. Let's share some joke. Last night I went to the massage parlor, and a handsome man with great strength massaged me, and I've told him, oh, lighter 6 times, and I said, 6 even lighter. And then he replied, if you want it lighter, then it would become a caress. That's massaging the sole of the feet. When I was little, my parents were very busy, and they sent me to my mom's mother in the village. And then the first grade in elementary, there were many grass, and the teacher said, we'd like to have all the students help cutting the grass. And then some people bring some sickles and shovels and all that. But I brought a cow to the school, and everybody was shocked. So I brought the cow to eat the grass. a lady got home and very anxious, excited, and told the husband, "Oh, I was so shocked just now. What happened?" The husband asked. And the lady said, "Oh, there's a man kept following me." And the husband said, "Did you see clearly what he looks like?" And the wife said, "No, I just kept my head down. I didn't dare to look at him." And the husband said, "You should." "Why?" the wife asked. And the husband said, "As soon as you turn around and look him in the face, he wouldn't follow you anymore. He would run faster than you, run away faster." This joke is like during the Halloween trick or treat. Xiaoming's mother attended the Halloween party. In competition, who would get the best costume. And Xiaoming's mom was first, but she cried really hard. And when they got home, Xiaoming said, "Well, you know, at Halloween, Mom was first, number one. Oh, that's good." And Xiaoming said, "But she won first without any costume or makeup." At this age, the one who would sing at your ears and love your skin and your flesh and then give you bumps, only mosquitoes. The colleague went on a date, on a marriage date, and we asked, "How did it go?" In the beginning, it was good. And then the girl gave him a riddle and then left. What is the idiom with a group of women chatting without a man? I thought and could not get it. And then later on, I thought of it. Talk without a bird. Next time you can do that too. Now we'll expound on Vimalakirti Sutra. Sakyamuni Buddha told Ananda, "Ananda, when you observe the Buddha verses, the ground may appear to have limits, but the sky has no limit.
看到所有的佛，他们都有净土。
You see all the Buddhas have their Buddha verses
但是你
or
有没
Buddha
有看到
lands.
虚空？
But do you see the sky, the cosmic space?
虚空是无止境。
The cosmic space is infinite.
如是，他释迦牟尼佛做这个比喻给他听。
Sakyamuni Buddha gave this
如是见
analogy.
诸佛色身有若干。
In this way, one sees the physical forms of all Buddhas may appear
你
limited,
看到所有的
yet their obstructed wisdom is boundless.
佛的像
The Buddha's physical forms or
是有
appearances
限的，
are limited,
但是所有的佛的智慧
however, the wisdom of all
根
the
本就
Buddhas
是无限的，
are
没有妨碍。
infinite, unobstructed, boundless.
佛的智慧是无限，
The wisdom of the
佛土是有
Buddhas
限，
is boundless.
虚空是无限。
The Buddhaverse is limited. The cosmic space is infinite.
释迦牟尼佛又讲了，
Sakyamuni Buddha continued,
诸佛
Ananda
色身微相种
all
性
the Buddhas vary in their
所有的
appearance,
佛的他本身的成就，他的威
their
严，他的种
attainments,
性，
their
像
dignity, their
戒
characteristics,
定、智慧
like precepts, meditative stability, wisdom,
这
liberation,
个实力，
the knowledge and vision of liberation, their strengths,
无所谓及18不共之
fearlessness,
法，
the 18 uncommon qualities are all the same.
戒、定、慧、解脱、解脱之
Precept,
见，
meditation, liberation,
无所谓
wisdom,
18不共之法，
knowledge and vision of liberation,
大
their
慈大
powers,
悲，威仪
fearlessness, the 18 uncommon qualities, loving kindness, compassion,
成就众生，
dignified manner, conduct, lifespan, Dharma teaching, deliverance,
佛
and
的寿命，
deliverance
佛的说法，佛的种种的教化，
in guiding sentient beings
成
to
就
attain
众
the
生
Buddha
进
verses.
佛国土。向西方极乐世界，阿弥陀如来，
To let sentient beings to attain the pure Buddha
你
verses,
看到了那个
like
佛国境，
Sukhawatis of
有人问我，
Amitabha Tathagata.
去到那里还要守戒吗？
Someone asked me,
还要守戒律吗？
once you get
去到
there,
佛
do
国
you
境
still
要不要
need
守
to
戒律？
maintain the precepts?
我问大家，
Now I'm asking all
现
of
在问
you,
大家，去到了阿弥陀佛佛国，要不要守戒律？
if you go to the Buddhaverse of Amitabha Buddha, do you still need to maintain the
要不要？
precepts?
有的摇头。
Some people shake their heads.
去到了西方极乐世界，要不要守戒律？
Do you need to abide by the precepts when you get to Sukhavati?
大部分都摇头。
Most people shook their heads.
我告诉大家，
But let me tell you,
去到了佛国净土，根本
really,
不用守戒律。
once you arrive at the Buddhaverse, you don't have to
我们
abide
讲
by
五
the
戒就好
precepts. Let's talk about the
第一
five
个杀生
precepts.
戒，
Not to kill.
那你没有众生啊，
There are no sentient beings there.
没有所谓畜生道啊。有啦，有鹦鹉、
No
孔雀
animals, well,
家
but
人
there are
家供应
parrots,
之鸟
peacocks, kalavinka,
那就是畜
chiwajiras.
生道。但是那个
They
畜
are
生
the
道，阿弥
animals,
陀经
but
写得很清楚，是
It's stated in the Amitabha Sutra, they were manifested by Amitabha Buddha. They were manifested by Amitabha Buddha. So there are no animals there. That's why you don't have to abide by the precepts not to kill, because there is nothing or nobody to kill. Second, still. Do you need to maintain the precept not to steal? No need. They're gold all over the ground, not those gold bar in the toilet, but the gold covering all the ground. And the structures were all made from 7 treasures, 7 layers of net, 7 layers of buildings, 7 layers of trees. They're all made of precious jewels. Why do you need to steal? You've lived in the best place possible. Do you still need to steal? No need. They're gold everywhere on the ground. Tomorrow we have the wealth-attracting goddess Homa, and I hope all of our ground will be covered by gold. So there's no need to steal. Not like here now. You need to steal. Especially in California, there are many robberies and thefts. Really yuck. But look, in Sukhavati, there are money everywhere. What do you need to steal? Now, do you need to maintain the precept not to commit sexual misconduct? There are no women there. We're all the same gender. So, of course, there's no sexual misconduct. No more desire. Or lewdness. And not to lie. That's the place of the gathering of good people. There's no need to say false speech. And no need to drink alcohol, because they're all nectars there. You can drink all kinds of nectars. So in the Pure Land, there is no need to maintain the precepts. Because we have lots of afflictions in the Saha world. Afflictions due to wealth, fame, sleep, food, and sensual pleasures. That's why you have to maintain the precepts. But in Sukhavati, you don't need to, because it's all pure there, intrinsic suchness. Like in Sukhavati, upon hearing the harmonious and graceful sound, you would generate samadhi and would cultivate naturally. And if you go to omni-fragrant Buddha verse, by eating the fragrant rice, you would enter the samadhi of fragrance accumulation. And your whole body would exude fragrance, and you would be in samadhi and cultivating spiritually. So fragrance can also allow spiritual cultivation, and beautiful music would also induce spiritual cultivation. That's why during Homa, I like to first hear what they would be chanting. And some chanting is really beautiful, that you would have calmness and peace in your heart. in the Pure Land and Buddhaverse with that graceful, harmonious sound, you would enter samadhi, that's spiritual cultivation. So, in Sukhavati, they use sound to deliver sentient beings. In the omnifragrant Buddhaverse, they use fragrant rice to deliver sentient beings. They are all different. But they are all Buddhadharma. So the 18 uncommon qualities, loving kindness, compassion, dignified manner, conduct, all the same for all the Buddhas. So all Buddha Dharma is equal. All Buddhas are equal. Buddha nature is all equal. No differentiation, no differences. Even those with differences are also Buddhadharma. But ultimately, at the end, there are no differences. Once you become a Buddha, you're all equal. So, Sakyamuni Buddha said all is equal. Sakyamuni Buddha told Ananda, although Sakyamuni Buddha is in the Saha world, but all the same, he has no hindrances. He's the same as the fragrant accumulation Tathagata of the omnifragrant Buddhaverse. He's the same, but just the way of delivering sentient beings is different. Earlier, we talk about because there's suffering, and Sakyamuni Buddha used suffering to deliver sentient beings. Because sentient beings have sufferings. Because you all know suffering, that's why you want to be liberated. So, suffering is Buddhadharma. So, he used suffering as Buddhadharma. Because humans have afflictions, he used afflictions as Buddhadharma to deliver sentient beings. That's why afflictions are enlightenment. So there's just one Dharma and never two. That's why it's non-duality Dharma gate. Sakyamuni Buddha told Ananda. Therefore they are called Samyak Sambuddha. Tathagata and Buddha. Samyak Sambuddha. In Taiwanese, Samyak Sambuddhi, Anuttara Samyak Sambuddhi means the supreme perfect enlightenment. Tathagata is the same as Buddha. That's Tathagata, Buddha, Samyak Sambuddha. That's their names. Ananda, if I were to fully explain the meaning of these three phrases, Samyak Sambuddha or Anuttara Samyak Sambuddhi, Tathagata and Buddha, even a lifespan of a kalpa would be insufficient. Like no matter how long you live, it would not be enough. In India, they use this kalpa to represent. In India. So, no matter how long you live, it would not be sufficient to listen to the meaning of these three terms. Supreme Perfect Enlightenment, Tathagata, and Buddha. Your whole lifetime would not be enough to listen to the explanation of these three terms. Even if these 3,000 great thousand worlds were filled with beings who, like Ananda, were foremost in upholding perfect memory and with lifespans of a kalpa, they would still not be able to fully receive it. What does it mean? It's boundless and vast. Tathagata, Buddha, and Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Their spatial dimension is boundless. Their time dimension is also boundless. Just for these three terms, Tathagata, Buddha, and Samyak Sambodhi, that you, Ananda, would not, your whole lifetime would not be enough. So it means that the past, present, and future will not be enough either. And then up and down and the 8 directions represent vast and boundlessness, vastness and boundlessness. No one can understand these three terms. Buddha, Tathagata, and Samyak Sambodhi. No one can truly explain it completely. Sakyamuni Buddha told Ananda again, thus Ananda, the Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, Supreme Perfect Enlightenment of the Buddhas, is limitless. So, the Supreme Perfect Enlightenment of all Buddhas is infinite, and their wisdom and eloquence are inconceivable, beyond your imagination. So Ananda told the Buddha, from now on, I dare not consider myself learned, or the one who's heard and learned the most, because of the 10 great disciples, Ananda has heard the most. Actually, what he's learned is just tiny little bit. How could it? Among the Sravakas, perhaps he's the most learned, but among the Bodhisattvas or the Buddhas, just tiny little bit. Just a drop. And so Ananda said, oh, I can't say I'm the most learned anymore. And the Buddha told Ananda, oh, do not become discouraged. Because I said that, you become disheartened and left spiritual cultivation. Why? I have said that among the Sravakas, you are the most learned. In that realm, you have heard the most. So you're still number one in hearing. But in the realm of the Buddhas, you only know tiny little bit. So do not abandon your spiritual commitment. Why? Because Ananda, among the Sravakas, you have heard the most. You can't compare to the Bodhisattvas. Let it be, Ananda. The wise one should not try to measure the Bodhisattvas. You are wise since you have great wisdom, but it's difficult for you to measure the realm of the Bodhisattvas or the realm of the Buddhas. The realm of the Bodhisattvas are already higher than the realm of the Sravakas, let alone the realm of the Buddhas. It's inconceivable, immeasurable. Don't think that you're the greatest and high, but actually you're just tiny, like a sesame seed or mung bean. Nothing, no big deal. Among the Sravakas, Ananda has heard the most, but he's incomparable to the Bodhisattvas. All the Bodhisattvas and the Buddhas, you can't even start to compare. So according to Sakyamuni Buddha, you can measure the depth of the ocean or the vastness of the ocean, but not the meditative stability, wisdom, upholding of the teaching, eloquence, and merits and virtues of the Bodhisattvas. So the Bodhisattvas' meditation, all the wisdom, Dharma power, eloquence, merits and virtues cannot be measured at all. You can measure the ocean, but not the Bodhisattvas. So don't think you are that great. You're just tiny little bit. Sesame seed and a mung bean, that's still not bad, but even not that big. So many people think that they are great. That's minuscule. Less than an insect. So as a Buddhist, we should be modest and humble. Never think that you are great or the greatest or incredibly great. Too early to say, too early. So Sakyamuni Buddha used this to tell sentient beings. Look at the realm of the Buddhas. Tathagata, Buddha, Samyak Sambodhi. It's endless to explain. It's immeasurable, inconceivable. You can measure the ocean water. When Grandmaster was young, I learned surveyor. The first highway in Taiwan was surveyed by me. And before that, there was no highways. And then later on, They asked me to survey the highway. So the first one, I did. I did the part from Sihu to Taichung. I learned about the Great Earth Survey and the city planning of Taipei was also surveyed by me. Where did I survey? Muza, Xindong Road, Jingmei, Zhonghe, Sanchong, were surveyed by myself. So the city planning of Taipei and some secret ones that I cannot share publicly. Also Diaoyitai. On Taiwan map, there was no Diaoyitai because it was such a tiny island. And then when we discovered there what's that? Petroleum. And when they discovered that, immediately they commanded us to survey that island and then to add it on to the map, on Taiwan map. So the Japanese say that Diaoyitai is ours, and China said Diaoyitai is ours, and Taiwan also said Diaoyitai is ours, but actually we added it later. And it was done by our surveying team. See, you can measure the ocean water. I've lived in Zuoying, in the Navy Engineering College, to learn about to survey the ocean, the depth of the ocean, so that when the ships sail, that we have to know the depth of the ocean. Otherwise, the big ships may get stuck by the bottom of the ocean. So we have to survey the bottom of the ocean too. And there's also a sky surveying to get on the plane and to measure, and also the earth or the ground. And then the flat survey. So those are the skills I had surveying. So Sakyamuni Buddha said that you can measure the ocean, but it's impossible to measure or fathom the bodhisattvas. They are boundless. It's impossible. It's impossible to measure or to fathom their merits and virtues. So a human being is less than an ant. Just for this tiny little bit of ground, they are fighting with each other. Wouldn't it be good if people live in harmony, at peace with each other? And this is mine, this piece is mine, this piece is yours. Those are tiny little bit. And yet they were fighting to the end of their life, they were so dumb. They think they are smart. Humans think they are smart. This country fight with another country, fighting for power and status. But what can you take away from the earth? I've told you. Is there any human being that can take away anything with you? Not even a needle. So what are you fighting for? It's dog poo humanity. It's even worse. Humanity is worse than dog poo. So dumb. So that's why I am teaching all of you to open your heart and your mind. It should be as wide open as the sky. Then you can merge with the cosmic space. That's how humans are. If you are so small-minded and narrow-minded, then you have to stay in the rebirth cycle. But if you can be as wide open as the sky, you can merge with the cosmic space, then you would have attainments. That's why what Sakyamuni Buddha told Ananda was the ultimate truth. The wise one should not stay restricted or be limited by any limitations. So all the Buddha's meditation, wisdom, power, the upholding eloquence, merits cannot be fathomed or measured. Sakyamuni Buddha told Ananda, you and others disregard the practices of the Bodhisattvas. Vimalakirti exercised his miraculous powers in an instant, which none of the Sravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas, even if they exhausted their efforts and attempted transformation over hundreds of thousands of kalpas, can accomplish. So all the Sravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas will not be able to do what Vimalakirti did. Even if the Sravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas Pratyeka Buddhas knew from the 12th Ling of dependent rising. Even if they have exhausted all the efforts, they will not be able to do what Vimalakirti can in his transcendent power. Only the Bodhisattvas of the great vehicle has such a power, can transform the big one into small one and tiny one into huge one. So just a little bit of fragrant rice can feed millions of bodhisattvas. And in an instant, he could get to the omnifragrant Buddhaverse. And then instantly, he could bring all the bodhisattvas to the Amrapura garden. And Vimalakirti could do it, but none of the Sravakas could. They could not even climb onto the Dharma thrones. So Sakyamuni Buddha still praised those on the great vehicle, because the attainment of those practicing the smaller vehicle is still limited, but the greater vehicle is limitless. I've gone over Romani Benihai.
感恩圣尊莲生活佛宝贵的法
Very
语开示。
grateful to His
陪
Holiness
葬式法
Christ's
务活
Dharma
动报
teachings.
告：
We have
明
several
天11
announcements.
月10日星期日与
Tomorrow,
彩虹雷藏寺下午
November
3
10th
恭
at
请
3
法王
p.m.
圣尊莲生
at
活
the
佛
Redmond
主
Temple
坛
in
勾
North Bend,
才天女
Washington.
护摩法会，
His
并
Holiness
赐
will
受
preside
灌顶及
over
讲授维摩诘经。
Manohara
彩虹雷藏寺开放时间是
Homa
上午
fire
11
offering
点15
ceremony
分，
and
欢迎
confer
大
the
家前来参
corresponding
加弘
empowerment,
瞻法
as
喜
well
共
as
沐国恩。
expounding the
法会详
Vimalakirti
情请
Sutra.
上
The
彩虹
temple
雷藏
will
寺
open
网
starting
站
at
查询。
11:15. And
求
for
皈依者
details,
请
please
到
check
坛
the
城前
website.
长跪合掌，
If you like
恭
to
请
take
圣尊
refuge,
莲
please
生
come
活佛
forward to
为
the
新
center
皈
of
依
the
者
temple
做
and
皈依
personally
灌顶。
receive refuge
For those who
initiation
want to
from
take
His
refuge
Holiness.
from Grandmaster,
If you're not
please
present
come
in person,
forward
you
and
may
line up
send
in
a
the
letter
center
to
to
Buddha
receive
Foundation
Grandmaster's
and
refuge
request for a
empowerment.
remote initiation. This ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.
恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛加持大悲咒水佛具部及为佛像开光。
生悉地吽，唵咕噜连生悉地吽，唵咕噜连生悉地吽，唵咕噜连生悉地吽，唵咕噜连生悉地吽，唵咕噜连生悉地吽，唵咕噜连生悉地吽。
顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡、阿、吽，观想顶礼，回天心散应。二拜诸菩萨。嗡、阿、吽，观想顶礼，回天心散应。三拜诸护法金刚。嗡、阿、吽，观想顶礼，回天心散应。四平等一起手，恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛为与会大众摩顶加持。
悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，莲生悉地吽。嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，嗡咕噜莲生悉地吽，
我们顶礼感谢师尊。接下来是签书活动，恭请法王作家圣尊莲生活佛为大众签书。
The next activity is book signing. We respectfully invite Grandmasters to sign books for everyone. For those who haven't had the new book, please go to the Buddhist gift store department to buy the book.
如果有同门遗失一只 iPhone 手机的话，请到 C 台这边领取。iPhone 手机后面它有一张 救瘟疫度母的卡片，还有一个红色的爱心。如果有同门遗失手机的话，可以来这边领取。再讲一次吗？如果有同门遗失一只 iPhone 手机的话，请到 C 台这边领取。手机后面有一张救瘟疫度母的卡，还有一个红色的爱心。如果有同门遗失的话，请过来领取。如果有同门要签书排队的，请到佛具部排队签书。佛具部上还有新书，如果有同门想要请购新书的话，请到佛具部请购。
For those who haven't had the new book, please go to the Buddhist gift store department to buy the book. Thank you. 这一箱。
莲生悉地吽，
悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽。萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝。萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽。萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝。萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽。萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽。萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽。萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽。萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽。萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈连声悉地吽。 生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽。 生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生息地方。 生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，
签书会圆满吉祥结束，我们感恩根本上师为大家辛苦做签书的活动。
阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽，咕噜贝，阿呵萨萨玛哈，连生悉地吽。
师尊师母晚安，大家晚安，明天见。
网络直播到此结束，谢谢大家。
The online broadcast concludes at this point. Thank you for watching.